Like you are suffocating. Canadian who survive COVID-19 virus. It's the title of this CTV here, Rainbow Unicorn Land production here. And it features a Canadian man named Kevin Mundy who survived the spooky COVID-19. Says he experienced the most terrifying symptoms, that he felt like he was suffocating. So before I get into this, I want to make it clear to the YouTube community, because I would hate to violate your guidelines. Like, seriously. I know, because I've researched it, that there's no such thing as crisis actors. And it's only in the minds of crazy people. Where is it here that I have it? I have, Rational Wiki here. So if you want to get your brains set here properly, you get the Rational Wiki, you get your head put in a vice. And so crisis actors are supposedly professional actors used by government agencies and or mainstream media to deceive the public with portrayals of trauma and suffering. Specifically, they act as victims or witnesses in staged school shootings or hoax terrorist attacks. Needless to say, so why are you saying it? Of course, needless to say, this sort of thing actually goes on only in the minds of denialists and conspiracy theorists. So I just wanted to make that clear to the YouTube community, because I would hate to violate your guidelines. So we know there's no such thing as crisis actors, and the media never lies to us, never stages anything. And so I just see, YouTube community, I care so much about upholding the guidelines, and I care so much about making sure that the people get what they need to get, sort of thing, the real sort of information. That's why I go to Rational Wiki, and I encourage you all to go there. So anyways, let's get into this for a second here and take a look at this video here provided by the Canadian Television Network here. And just if you don't know, the CTV is an English language terrestrial television network launched in 1961. It was acquired by BCE, so it's Bell Media conglomerate, if you don't know. The key people here is Randy Lennox, who's the president, and you've got Wendy Freeman here, who's the president, and there's a few other people, sort of thing, and they're connected to Bloomberg and Comedy News and all that crap. So we know that they're 100% legit, and they would never stage anything or use actors to try to program people into what the New World Order wants people to be programmed into. So let's listen into this wonderful piece of non-propaganda featuring non-crisis actors. And just make sure, because we all want to make sure that we get the messages that are so important for everyone here. So let's listen in here.
Long symptoms and long-term recovery of COVID-19. I'm now joined by Kevin Mundy. He's here to bring us his personal story, his personal experience
with
COVID-19. Kevin joins me from Vancouver today. Kevin, it is good to see you. First and foremost,
oh, I'm so happy. I'm happy too. I mean, I can feel your joy. Can't you just feel the joy as he's being introduced here? You can see the joy on his face. Of course, we all know this. There's no such thing as crisis acting. And there's no such, therefore, right? There's no such thing as duping delight. And you ask me what duping delight? Well, it's something in the minds of conspiracy theorists, where you have those so-called crisis actors who are so excited to be duping their audience that they can't really contain their duping. Like, they're so thrilled that they get to play the role and fool the stupid herd people. And that's only in the mind of crazy denialists and conspiracy theorists. We know this, right? Thanks, YouTube community. I just wanted to make that sure. Anyway, so let's just look in. I understand, too. I'd be super excited, too. You're on the big Canadian brainwashing or Canadian television network here, and it's just really exciting, isn't it? It's a chance to really get your face all over the media, sort of thing. And here we go.
Be from Vancouver today. Kevin, it is good to see you.
Yeah, he's thrilled.
Well, I took a better shift on day 95.
Yeah,
for
day 95.
Strength, so I could start walking consistently, and day 126.
Kevin Mundy. Is it that? Oh, it's the same one. Oh, wow. This is the Internet Movie Database here. Kevin Mundy was born October 29th, 1977 in Vancouver. He is well known for his work in Charm, The Arrangement, The Birthday Wish, and this is, come on, seriously, folks, that doesn't mean anything, right? I mean, seriously? So what? He's an actor. What? Actors get thick too, guys. I know what you're thinking. Seriously, YouTube. I mean, we know. We checked it out. There's it's only in the minds of denialists and crazy conspiracy theorists that the whole thing crisis actor. So forget about that. Forget about Kevin Mundy's acting career. It's just a coincidence, of course. So let's get back to this wonderful, wonderful presentation from CTV here. Sorry, Kevin, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I hope that doesn't take away from your duping delight. I mean, no, you're just your happiness, of course, your joy.
I had a shift with my mental, neurological behavior. So that's day 130 now. Yeah. So I feel like I'm slowly progressing in a better direction.
Awesome.
130 days.
130, yeah.
When people talk about
that's quite a marathon.
Yeah. Last week, 2 weeks maybe, but 130 days.
Probably has a lot to do with his age and the fact that he's in poor. Well, he doesn't actually. He looks fairly healthy. I don't know, but 130 days. I believe it. I mean, why wouldn't you? Seriously. I mean, seriously. YouTube community, you gotta believe this, right? Come on, seriously. It's just so what? He's an actor. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean he's acting now. Of course we know that, right? CTV would never lie to us and never hire these people to do this type of stuff. We know this because we check out Rational Wiki. And Rational Wiki tells us that it's only in the minds of denialists and conspiracy theorists that these things exist. So I know, and that's why I'm doing this video, because I'm so concerned. What if people start shouting crisis actor? What if people start saying, this guy doesn't look legit, man, and then people start looking it up, and then they start seeing things like that, and they see that he's all over, and he's got all Rotten Tomatoes, and his face is all over the place, and he's in a bunch of movies, and he's got an Instagram, and oh, there he is, and there's no compassion to any other disease. He's there on the grope and fail. Wonderful. So the guy's, I don't know, Lucas talent, very interesting. Thank you, Kevin. Please, pardon the interruption. Anyways, let's get into it.
When you first tested positive for COVID-19, did you have any idea how you may have contracted the virus?
I do. I initially contracted it with a group of family at a funeral way back in March, and we were all falling.
Family at a funeral that we're all falling. Family funeral falling. Friday for fun. They love their Fs. They do. Anyways, he was at a funeral and he was falling with a family in a funeral or something like that. Anyways, I'm sorry. I keep interrupting.
And we were exposed to a confirmed COVID-19 person.
Contact tracing, man.
I wasn't getting better, but I was exhibiting the most terrifying symptoms, which was the suffocation. It's a feeling like you're actually being suffocated to death. And
is that what it is? I thought it was something else. I thought suffocating was a feeling of euphoria. I didn't know that. Thank God, though. I mean, jeez. We can all make all kinds of terrible mistakes. If it weren't for people like Kevin Mundy here, the great Kevin Mundy here, who just coincidentally is an actor, by the way, folks.
Authorities were encouraging us to stay at home, so it was quite terrifying. When I finally was able to get tested, when it opened up to the public, I actually tested negative on April 30th.
Gotta go again, man.
I still wasn't getting better as we moved into May.
Yeah.
So I went back to get tested again.
Yeah, there you go. That's
weeks after my first symptom, I then tested positive.
Oh, wow.
Which means I had so much non-infectious COVID-19 virus particles in my body.
Wow.
That I tested positive. So this thing went to town.
It went to town, man.
It did, and you're a young guy. I believe you're in your early 40s, healthy, and clearly it really took its toll on you.
Absolutely, it's so clear. It's so clear too. I mean, we can all see it with our naked eyes, right? And it took a toll on him. And I mean, there's nothing to question here. I think this is just an excellent production, YouTube community. I mean, excellent factual based media reporting. There's no deceiving going on. Come on, seriously. If you're thinking that way, I'm very disappointed in you. You need to spend more time with your head in the vice at Rational Wiki to get it straight, because it's only in the minds of denialists and conspiracy theorists that crisis actors actually exist. So let's get it straight, folks. I make this clear to the YouTube community that is out there.
Of course, still trying to recover from it. What if people have been saying to us, you've been trying to describe what your symptoms are back then to compare to how you're feeling now. And I want to go to a tweet that you wrote, on July 8th, really asking for a plea for help. This was when this was on day 113. So I just want to get a sense from you what your mental state has been, what you've been going through, but the response you've been getting from people as you've been trying to tell them about what you're feeling.
It's been all over the map. Originally, there was a lot of disbelief from the medical field. They were attributing it to anxiety, trying to put me on antidepressants.
Yeah,
it was in my mind. I couldn't be ill this long.
Yeah.
Or the doctors were just popping out and saying, well, you know what? It's a new virus. Can't help you. Sorry. And I've worked with like 4 medical doctors and now an infectious disease specialist.
Wow.
And really, I've yet to really get any kind of beneficial treatment. Then moving forward to this long hauler groups I signed up with last week, I discovered that I wasn't losing my mind. There's in fact thousands of people out there exhibiting the exact same symptoms.
There you go.
Months moving forward.
No doubt.
So now when I had to shift with my physical strength on day 95, I was able to start moving on a consistent basis outside in nature.
Day 95? Isn't there like a mask 95? I'm going to ask Google here. Let's say 95 mask. Yeah, there you go. That's a new KN95. 95 mask. 95N respirator mask. There's Amazon's got it. Got on Wikipedia N95. Okay, anyways, that's just coincidental. Of course. Day 95, man, it's quite astonishing, man. Seriously. You could tell, though. I mean, all of us can tell that this guy was very, very sick on death's door. I mean, it's so obvious from what we're seeing here. I just want to thank CTV for helping us see all this, because if it weren't for you, good people at CTV, we wouldn't know about Kevin Mundy, right? And then maybe we wouldn't know about his acting career, and we wouldn't be able to go check out all his movies and television shows that he's been in as well. So thank you, YouTube, not YouTube community. Thank you, CTV. I really appreciate it.
That was allowing me to address the severe trauma and PTSD associated with that early phase suffocation, which is, I'm telling everyone, the most terrifying experience you'll ever have.
Oh, is it?
You need oxygen right away. So I've been addressing the PTSD from that.
PTSD. PTSD. Should we ask Google here? Ask Google. PTSD. Wow. A lot of stuff going on with PTSD. Post-traumatic stress disorder, I guess. I mean, right? I mean, I guess. It used to be just people in war and stuff like that, but now it's just, you can get it going to school or, you know, walking down the street or something like that. I don't know. I mean, is it popping up all over? Oh, yeah, there it is. It's mostly PTSD. Ontario marks post-traumatic stress disorder awesomeness. Awesomeness. I said, I read it. Awesomeness. Awareness Day. Awareness Week. What about Day of Visibility and Week of Visibility and Month of Visibility? Should you have I think they probably do, though. Yeah, mental health journey. It's interesting how this whole thing's being tied to mental health. It's like the gun and everything else that they always seems to come back to these things. When it comes to PTSD, laughing gas is no laughing matter. I guess not, eh? And police pedophile investigators at risk of PTSD. I mean, it's got to be the worst job in the world. It's like, sorry, I'm not gonna look at that stuff. But yeah, look at this, how it all these stories. Anyway, it's all coincidental, of course.
Neurological stuff, the nervous system. That's been a lot of meditation and qigong. I've been doing a lot of soothing.
You gotta get with the Chi-Coms, of course. Kevin Mundy, the Chi-Coms will set you up.
The parasympathetic nervous system, the nervous system. And my own immune system. And I've been doing this just because I've studied this my entire life.
Studied it all his entire life. And that includes his acting career as well. Because, you know, we're always led to believe that these guys are spending most of their time acting, but they're actually studying diseases and epidemiology and all this stuff. Because, you know, there might be a time when, you know, you're like, there might be a time, you know, it just might be a time when you just call upon. Just get called upon, right? And what if you didn't know that? What if you didn't have that knowledge? What if you didn't spend your entire life, right, learning all this stuff? How would you do? How would you fare in a CTV News interview? I mean, would you be prepared? I don't know. It's possible. Probably not, though.
Either through athletics, through yoga, or through nutrition research.
You gotta do that yoga in the dome, though, like in the hot sun with the dome, so it gets to 137 degrees or 145 degrees inside. You can put a little fan in there so you can blow hot air on you, and maybe they'll give you a little goat that you can put on your back. I don't know. I mean, I think all these things work. I think all these things are amazing. I think it's best that we all just, you know, completely cover ourselves with hazmat suits and, gas mask and everything, and we socially isolate ourselves forevermore. And I mean, it's terrible germs out there. I mean, look at these actors here. They're getting sick. I mean, where's your compassion? Look at all the actors that got sick. I mean, like, I look around, I don't know anybody. Nobody that I know knows anybody that got sick. But all the actors got sick, and all you people. I mean, seriously. Like, don't you? Where's your sympathy? And Tom Hanks, Rita Wilson, all these people, all the basketball players, all the superstars, what is it, the tennis players and the golfers and all the people that get the disease. And you think, and it's like you have this privilege in life because you haven't gotten sick, and none of your family's gotten sick, and none of the people that you know have gotten sick. But all those celebrities are getting sick, and what are you doing? You're sitting here and questioning their stories. How dare you? We know this. There's no such thing as crisis acting. YouTube community, I'm trying to make this as clear as possible because I don't want anybody to be misled. Kevin Mundy is an incredible person. Obviously, he would never lie or, do any of the stuff that awful, horrible denialist and conspiracy theorist would say. So, that's why I'm doing this video, because I care so much about the truth.
I'm waiting for the medical community.
And like, don't point out that he keeps looking to the right there. It's not a script that he's reading, okay? Seriously. It's just a normal thing for people to do in an interview. And I seriously think that some of you are just overanalyzing things, all right? So just
come together and say, okay, look, we acknowledge that there are a group of people that aren't recovering.
Yeah.
They significantly need our help and assistance. Let's start setting up programs to facilitate their recovery. As simple as just nutritional, moderate exercise, acupuncture. We need the medical community across Canada to come together and help facilitate the recovery of these people. They are suffering, and
right
I'm
now
almost, but I'm still ill.
Over Monday.
Need help.
He's still ill.
They are growing in number, and they are young, and they were more fit than me, and I was probably the best shape of my life going into this, and I think that's the only reason why I'm still alive.
Before I let you go, Kevin, and your voice is so important.
It's so important. It's so awesome.
We're seeing an uptick in numbers. We're seeing it there out in Vancouver. We're seeing it, in other parts of the countries as well. A lot of the cases now are younger people, your age and younger. What do you want to tell Canadians? They're listening right across the country right now. What do you want to tell them about this virus?
This thing is real.
You
don't know how your own individual immune system is going to work.
Yeah, exactly.
It might be nothing. It might suffocate you to death. Or it might make you bedridden and on disability if you're lucky enough to have that insurance for 6 months.
Exactly.
And no one knows the long-term effects of this virus. So if you do get infected, you're gambling with how ill you'll be. But then on top of that, you could actually
don't gamble, kids.
Accidentally infect someone.
That's it.
That person could be messed up for months.
Awesome.
Maybe kill them. So I encourage everyone.
Don't kill people.
Don't get infected.
No
matter what.
There you go. Awesome.
Do the right things.
Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Woo! Awesome. Great job, Kevin. Thanks, Kevin.
It's been wonderful.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
We want to wish you well. I want to stay in touch with you, and let's continue to track your progress here. But your voice,
good to see. I'm just so happy he's so happy. I mean, I just get so happy to see how happy he is when he's brought on. It's just
his personal experience with COVID-19.
It's just look at how happy he is. Happy, joy. Kevin, that's a great job, man. Kevin Mundy. I really gotta say, thank you so much for doing this, Kevin Mundy. All I can say, he's in a film called Jailbait here, and he's in something called Better Than Chocolate, and he's in Dudley Do Right, and I Do. I wonder. And I mean, what can you say? It's just a coincidence, of course, and it just goes to show you, I think all of you should realize how lucky you are. You could be an actor. If you were an actor, there's a high chance, a high probability that you would come down with this thing. Really. If we see all the actors, and if you're a basketball player, my gosh, you're in the NBA or something, my word. You're going to have a much higher chance of coming down with this stuff. But I'll have to go and check out some of your movies here, including The Arrangement, Kevin Mundy. I just want to thank you for, fighting the good fight, and say to the YouTube community, thank God that we have people, actors, real human beings, not crisis actors, non-crisis actors named Kevin Mundy, non-crisis actors, non-actors, folks, These are legit people, and the CTV News is doing the best that it can. It's doing the absolute best that it can to bring you the full truth about everything that's going on. And they would never, ever manipulate you. Never would they try to dupe you. Never would they resort to using actors to play roles. We know this. We know it all too well. It's only in the minds of crazy people and denialists and conspiracy theorists that these so-called stupid-ass crisis actors exist. And so I just wanted to make this video for all of YouTube, and I implore you all to share this with everyone, because wouldn't it be terrible? Wouldn't it be terrible if people actually believed that there are crisis actors? YouTube community, that would just be an awful thing. Wouldn't it be terrible that people might actually question the integrity of Kevin Mundy and say, well, you're in all these movies, I don't know if I trust you? That would just be awful. We should never, ever, ever think for ourselves. The beast media can do it for us all. And yeah, I just wanted to really emphasize that message to y'all there that are out there. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you support my efforts to try to dispel this crazy, stupid notion that there are actually crisis actors that exist. I hope you do. So if you can, please come and support me on Patreon. Links in the description, and help me end these myths. Help me, get these people like Kevin Mundy the type of real-time sort of, just coverage that they deserve for all the suffering. I mean, 130 days with COVID-19. This has got to be a record. And this guy, you can see it on his face. He has suffered immeasurably. And I hope you all have the adequate amounts of copious sympathy for this person here. And I hope that you all understand the importance of CTV News. And yeah. Anyways, hope you guys are all having a nice weekend, and I will see you guys all on the next one. Take it easy, folks.